Okay. So, gentlemen, when I was saying about managing your emotions, if I call somebody by names and I say that you look stupid or you look moron, it is easy for me to pull this thing and the person gets shaken up very, very easily and remains disturbed. So, to master that, there are few tips. Once you are able to comprehend these tips on managing emotions, you will be able to take the next leap or next step in imagining yourself how would you like to be, and then of course bringing your ideas into reality, and then so on. So I want you to think along with me. Just imagine that if there is a person who wants to master an emotion, what would he do? So first thing he would do is he would know yourself. So start knowing yourself, your strength, your weaknesses, strong side, and start working on it. Similarly, go to the extent of your limit. Challenge your mind every time. If you go for a marathon for 15 kilometer, go for 21. If you're going for 21, go for 25, 30 kilometer. Similarly, you will understand, the line is drawn by us. So you can stop when you want, but try to be a little more above than your normal quality. So start knowing yourself, where when you get agitated, when are you inspired, when are you smiling, when are you happy, when are you unhappy, what are the situations. This will be the first step. Second is avoid 3 C's. Avoiding 3 C's means don't complain, don't criticize, don't compare. If you're complaining, you're actually diverting your energy towards the negativity. You are wasting your time on the just things that are not so fruitful. Similarly, if you criticize, I use the word, instead of criticizing, inspire. So if you criticize others, you are actually wasting your energy in some digressing from the main direction. And third is don't compare. The moment you compare that he is good or he is better than me, you are actually undermining yourself. You are giving a message to yourself that you are not worth it, you are not good enough. So never ever compare. You are individual, you are unique, you have your own caliber. Know yourself. You will explore your own quality in a far, far, far better way with the person or with anything what you are comparing. Next is challenge your belief system. There are points, there are situations when you are doing certain things and people, situations will tell you you can't do it. Your own mind will tell you you can't do it. Ask yourself, where is it written I cannot do it? You will find answer nowhere. If it is nowhere written, then you please go ahead. Sky is the limit. Next is magical 14 minutes. I tell people that when you are into some argument, when you are into some heated discussion, and maybe with your spouse, maybe with your friends, parents, anybody, you can leave. If you can possibly leave the place, you can go out for 14 minutes. You can go for a walk, you can watch TV, read a book, do your mobile, come back after 14 minutes, and you can continue the same discussion from where you had. You can resume it back. Trust me, your reaction to that person with whom you were arguing would be different. Then you are calmed down, because the energy level during the argument or during that moment is so high. The blood is circulating, the heart is gasping, and pumping very hard, and you are fully energized. You may use inappropriate word or use wrong words at that time, and it can be not so good in the longer run. So 14 minutes actually helps you to calm your mind and understand yourself, and uh, plan in a very positive manner thereafter. Be out of comfort zone. I generally insist on saying to people, if you want to achieve something, there is no gain without pain. Go out, go all out. If you really want to, you cannot say if things are tiki tiki boo, if things are very good, then only I would do this. No, it never. Life is not a bed of roses. You need to take one small step, and one small step, only one small step. You need not, launch your full 100%. Take one baby step. That is being out of comfort zone. It will create a lot of changes in you in a very, very more positive manner. That is the best way to keep yourself stable, and then only you can imagine, invent about your own life and shape your personality. Next is remember successes during failures. Of course, we all go through ups and downs, ups and downs. It is like, every day is affair. So if you are going through downs, calm down. Remember your good old days. Remember your successes. When somebody has, it was a bad day, or you felt that this project was a failure, just remember your good old days as to how you have achieved certain things. It will bring a smile on your face. That will be the first step to cheer up. So remember successes during your failures. Never be hesitant is the next step. I use the word be shameless. You may find this, this word is sounding little inappropriate, but you can remember this as an acronym. What I'm trying to say by being shameless is never hesitate to approach somebody, to talk to somebody, to ask directions from a stranger, you know, or to ask the cost of anything. This will only build up your confidence. So never hesitate. If you're told to come on the stage and address the crowd, you will get hesitated. Don't worry, be shameless. Come on the stage. If you feel people will laugh at you, they can laugh maximum for 40 seconds. Thereafter, the cheekbones will pain. They will be normal. You can go on with your show for the purpose you are called. So be shameless. It really, if you're fallen down, people are laughing at you, stand up, dust your hands, and continue. Next is socialize. There are few people who are introvert who don't like to meet people. They say there is no reason to meet, why should I? Ladies and gentlemen, I must tell you that tomorrow you will be in so many different fields of life. You need to meet a lot of people, so that habit will not form in a single day. So for that, the entire world is your training center. Meet people, greet people, compliment people. It costs nothing. Be shameless in your mind and say, so what, I'll just greet him. Have a smile on your face. This will help you to build your social skills. Have a very good body language. If you have a very, very good body language, if you're upright, straight, good eye contact, open body language, no closed arms, no folded arms, no hands in the pocket, you know this will build your confidence. Next is, I generally say people, let the dopamine flow. Let the mind get activated. Set up a target every 3 months in your mind. Take up small suitable challenge, any suitable challenge which is possible to you. It can be going on a trekking, it can be writing a book, it can be forming a new hobby, it can be learning something new. The reason is, it is very easy to run or control your mind. You have to keep your mind busy. So if you say, after 3 months, I'm planning a trek to XYZ place, your mind will be diverted there. You have no time to waste unnecessarily, not to involve in some unwanted things that will be keeping you motivated. You will plan your timetable, you will plan your schedule, and so many things. So let the dopamine flow. I have been following this, and I have been practically benefiting from this. I keep my targets every 3 months, some or the other activity. The brain is activated. I don't waste time in uh, gossiping here and there, and so many unwanted, unnecessary things, unimportant things. Now, how did I do this? All these small tips, to balance your emotions and coming to this level. How did I do this? I was a lieutenant, and I was sent on an operation where I was given 3 tasks. The first task was to check the infiltration which had taken place over there. Second task was to give a message to our neighbors that we exist here. And third was to bring the coordinates to make a new post over there. So these 3 tasks, we walked for 9.5, 10 kilometers by foot, and we came to a height where I saw some traces, some wrappers, some trophy wrappers, which uh, uh, generated curiosity in me that yes, this track might have been used for infiltration. I was leading my entire team, and I told them, let me go that side. And they were there. I moved ahead. I crossed the line of control, and there was a small pit. I saw the pit. I inspected the motor pit, and I came out on the track. The moment I came out on the track, I heard a huge sound, a bang sound, boom, and I saw something flying in front of me. So first reaction was, take cover, we are under fire. I looked behind, my men were looking aghast at me, and this was in fraction of seconds. And by the time I could realize, I fell down. And then, things came to my mind that yes, actually the sound was of IED, and I had seen something flying off in front of my face was my own ankle. So I had stepped on an IED, and my leg got blasted and my ankle flew off in front of me. I fell down. I saw my bones protruding out. I could see my nerves dangling down. By the time I gained some strength, because I was in the open, I could be fired upon from anywhere. And I told my guy, don't come this side. We might be infested with IEDs. And by the time I could finish, one of my guy, he came rushing towards me. He removed his patka. He tied on my wounded part, my wounded leg, and he said, Sab, come what may, we won't leave you on this soil. He pulled me, he lifted me on his shoulder. We started walking backward. We came to our side. We called for a chopper. The chopper came. We went to the nearest place where we could be evacuated. But by the time it started snowing, the weather got worse. The chopper went back in front of my eyes. My pain aggravated. And we decided that we got the message that wait for the weather to be cleared, but we were in the open in our side. And of course, being in open, of course, it would be keeping my men into taking putting my men into risk, because there would be a lot of chances of firing upon us was very high. So we decided to continue our journey, and I told my men that we need to move from here. I can't risk you guys. So they carried me on their shoulders. We started walking. My incident happened at 13:30 in the afternoon. By 16:30, we planned to continue walking. We walked throughout the night. By 12 in the 11:55, somewhere at midnight, we reached the nearest roadhead. From there, I reached to the nearest medical base. And at the medical base, I decided I'll not lose my consciousness, because I'll not become unconscious, because I wanted to speak to the surgeon. And I was put with IV drips, and I waited for the weather to get cleared. Next day, 1100 hours, the weather was cleared. I was taken to the hospital. The surgeon came, and the last sentence before I got conked off, I said, "Sir, don't ampute much. I want to play basketball with my son." And after that, I didn't know what happened. The surgery went on. After the surgery, the surgeon was standing next to me. He said, "His son, I could not do much, but I hope I could compensate." And I promised him, I said, "Sir, hereafter I won't look back." After 15 days, I was evacuated. I was shifted from there to Pune. And at Pune, I had all the time in this world, because I had not got my limb, and I was just lying on the bed and looking at the fan. So what did I do? I imagined same thing what I have just shared with you. I started imagining about myself that I would like to see myself running, flying, playing. And before that, I started knowing about myself, about my weak points, my strong points, and how to bring my weak points here. I might face some pain. So what? I'll get my weaker point this side. So I increased the qualities in the column of the strong qualities. And that is how I started knowing about my caliber and all. And thereafter, I avoided 3 C's. I told my mind, why should I complain? Where is it written? As I already shared, ask yourself, where is it written? This cannot happen to me. This has happened. Now what stops me? No one. So I stopped comparing, I stopped complaining, I stopped criticizing. That would have hampered my progress. And next was, I started challenging my belief system as to where is it written I cannot walk. After 3 months of long wait, I got my first limb. Yes, wearing it was such a big excitement. But with the excitement came some pain. And I asked myself, where is it written I cannot walk? I started walking. It was little painful, but then I got out of comfort zone, because I told my mind, I'd imagined if I have to see myself running, I can't be limping. So I used to practice throughout the night, walking, walking, and walking. And of course, I practiced it. Now I am able to walk very, very comfortably, walk straight. And remembering my success during of my old days, when I had all the time there in the hospital bed, I used to remember all my mischiefs, all my good things, all my everything which brought smile on my face. That was to boost my confidence. So when you meet with failures, try to remember your good old days or successful days. And when I started doing things, I decided to dance. So I joined the dance classes. I first thing used to be there, will you be able to do it? So I stopped pre-feeding negative thoughts in my mind. I became little shameless to myself. I said, so what? As I told you, be out of comfort zone. Whenever something stops you, tell yourself, so what? And of course, with a good body language, everything, I was able till date, I was able to go for my dancing, then playing basketball, then of course bullet expeditions, paragliding, swimming, tracking, you name a thing. And my list is still, to-do list is still very long, and I'll be continuing the same thing. My organization has been forthcoming. This why I'm sharing this with you. They gave me the platform. If you show the world will take the one step towards you to help you to achieve your imagination, bringing it into reality. And next was, I allowed the dopamine to flow from my brain. Every 3 months, I used to plan my activity of trekking, biking, bullet expeditions, paragliding, and so many other things. So my mantra is, whenever you are faced with the problem, tell yourself, so what? You will find the problem very, very smaller, and you will be determined to take on. I would request the team to show the video how I compiled my reorganized my life again, and it also gave me a title that when people doubted my ability to walk, I decided to fly. Because a lot of time people used to ask me, will you be able to do it? How can you do it? So what? And I, same thing what I shared, and this title came to me, and I was able to write a book and share my experiences through that book. May I request the team to please show the video? Times it is not that I'm superhuman. There are ups, there are downs, and what happens is, there is a saying that आपने मेरी हंसती हुई सुबहें देखी है, मेरी शामें कोई नहीं जानता. But by the next morning, I am bright with a smile and back in action with full josh. Here is the video. And yes, why I'm with the full josh is, uh, I follow the same small tips why I shared with you, what I shared with you. I will request the team to play the second and the final video, please. So I imagine, be shameless. I imagine myself, I want to do push up here. I start doing, I tell myself, so what? Ladies and gentlemen, I have finished over here. If you have any question to ask, you can. Thank you. Jai Hind.